Yes, sir, we're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Bandai Figure-Rise Mechanics Saiyan Space Pod review. Let's do it.
That's crispy.
Just taking a quick look at the exterior of the box, you can see Vegeta here in the Space Pod, Saiyan Space Pod, some Japanese that I can't read to you. I guess it says plastic model kit in Japanese there, maybe. Dragon Ball Z. Then look at the Space Pod when it's complete, and a bunch of Japanese. Same picture here on the opposite side. And a picture of the little static model that you can put inside of the Space Pod. And some more instructions in Japanese. And just so you can see, when you open the box is not really sealed. It comes like a model kit would come. I didn't know what I was getting myself into here. I had no clue that it was a model kit like this. I really didn't. I didn't quite get that. I didn't quite understand that. So, time lapse here. This is going to take me 7 hours to put this thing together, and I will get back with you shortly. An hour, probably close to 2 hours for me to put that together. I was doing many things at one time. You know, I got ADD, so I be all over the place, man. So I don't know how I feel about this thing really, though. I'm gonna go through the review and kind of give you the basics of it, but I mean, right here, you know, it looks pretty good. I would assume that most people would buy this for their figure arts figure. I don't really think that people care about the static figure that comes with the pod, which I'll show in a second. I think more people who are interested in this are interested in it for display purposes with their SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z figures. So as far as that's concerned, you can see the scale here, I guess, a little bit. It does work pretty well. To my knowledge, there are maybe 4 other space pods or Saiyan space pods that have come out. The most recent one being the Dragon Summon Space Pod, which my man Pancheezey reviewed not too long ago. So I guess I'll put a link to that in the description if you want to check that out. I know that one is a little more pricey than this. This was probably about 30 or 40 bucks, maybe 40 bucks tops. I got it directly from Japan. I know it's probably going for about 50 bucks domestically now, so not a bad price in my opinion for what you get. I do think that the look and the design is pretty spot on. I'm not the Dragon Ball Z expert, but from what I can see, it looks pretty good. So in terms of accessories, you get this static Vegeta figure. I guess you can consider this an accessory, and obviously you had to put this guy together too. This was all part of the model kit, and he does fit inside the space pod with no problem. It's a perfect snug fit. Obviously, you know, he's made for the space pod, but you can sort of see the scale here, definitely a little larger than the Figure Arts Vegeta. So by that, you would think that the Figure Arts version would fit in there with no problem. And it does come with this little base. Obviously, you'll need a base for display purposes if you want to just display it as is, because without the base, it'll just be rolling all over the place. It is easy to attach to the base. There's no real mechanism to make it kind of lock, but it is pretty secure when you sit it on there. It just kind of tabs in to a little port there, and that's easy. And the design is pretty spot on to the way it looked in the anime and the manga. You know, the exterior is pretty plain, pretty basic. You know, you got the window with a purplish tint on the front, and you know, it's a sphere. It's not really much to the exterior. And taking a look at the interior here, one thing that should be noted right off the bat is that it doesn't have any light up features. They basically have all of these stickers in place to kind of simulate lights. So all of these little green parts were stickers. The panel here, the control panel, those are stickers, and 2 more stickers here. Those 2 yellow parts there are stickers as well, and that was a pain in the ass to put all of those stickers on, and those 2 little yellow circles in the back as well. So that was one thing that I really liked about the Dragon Summon version, was that it had the lights, and it looked really cool with the light up feature with that one. But again, you know, you get what you pay for. This one is a little cheaper, so no light up feature. And here's the static Vegeta and you can see that he fits in there nice and snug, so that's cool. And these two little tabs here tab in there so it can close with no problem, and it closes securely, and you can get it to open back up as well. Now this is where the problem comes in. Because of how the armor parts are on Vegeta, he can fit in there, no doubt. You know, you could throw them in there any type of way you want and close it up, but you're not going to get them sitting in as cool looking as the static Vegeta, because the armor parts on this figure are made where they hug the you know, the sides of the figure, so that sits in there perfectly like I showed you before, whereas it's not going to be the same. That's the best that I can do, and you can see that armor part on the left and right is just kind of sticking out, and I squeezed him in there because his hair is even almost all the way at the top, like you could see there. So that's probably the best you're gonna get. I suppose if you wanted to remove these and sit them in there, you could. I've never removed these parts on the side. I know that this one on the front can kind of tab off if I remember correctly, but there was so many problems, quality control problems with this particular Vegeta, that I don't even want to mess around with them. A lot of people had a problem with this right leg being real loose out of the package. I do know that they are actually going to be re-releasing this figure on the newer body mold that they've been working with, so I'm looking forward to that. Maybe that particular figure will fit in here a little bit. So that was frustrating, and I pretty much just gave up on it. But my girl came in and messed around with him and got him in there looking pretty decent. I probably wouldn't have put that open hand on the left arm, but she did a pretty good job here. So it is possible to get him in there. And you know, this figure is not for the pod. It's just that, you know, that was my main intention when I copped this, was to use it for my SH Figure Arts figure. But putting it together and how it looks in the end, just putting it together in general was actually pretty fun. I did enjoy you know, putting the whole thing together, and I do think that it looks pretty good. I think the paint is pretty good. I do know that the Dragon Summon version had a wider seat. The interior was a little bigger. It was bigger in general, if I'm not mistaken, so you didn't really have this problem with trying to get the Figure Arts figure inside the Dragon Summon version. So there you have it. As far as displaying goes, or ACBA goes, I think it looks pretty good. I think the scale is pretty decent, and it does have fun factor. Like I said, I did really enjoy putting it together. I haven't put together a model kit in a very long time, so if you can endure that and you have the patience for that, then this is pretty cool. I would definitely recommend it. It is the cheaper option that's out right now as far as the space pods go, and I do think that the scale is pretty good. You know, the stickers in place of the lights, I don't know how you're gonna feel about that. And let me get some of the Dragon Ball Z experts and enthusiasts in the comments to let me know how they feel about this and how they think it stacks up against the Dragon Summon version, and against you know, how authentic it is to the anime or to the manga. But I think it's pretty good. It's okay for me. You know, I actually wanted to display this with some of my display pieces for the living room, so that was one of the main reasons why I got it. But I will be doing some more ACBA and getting this in main course. I got a couple of things lined up. So would I recommend it? Sure. Like I said, it's a fun piece. So until next time, peace.